The birds are back, baby. The preseason has finally arrived. Game 1 is tonight versus the Steelers. We have quite a few players I'm very intrigued about on our side of the ball. It's definitely going to be exciting to see some of our new additions through the draft and through free agency put on the full pads and actually get to hit and run around the field and make plays. So with that said, let's jump into the players that I'm most excited about going into this first preseason game. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We have a lot more videos coming out soon since the season's about to pick up. So please like, subscribe, set that little bell for notifications so whenever I drop a video, you'll be the first to see it. All right, let's start with Jalen Hurts. He's definitely got the most intrigue going into this season, not just in Philly, but around the NFL. I feel like a lot of eyes are on him. I've even been hearing recently he's rising on the fantasy football draft board, so that's kind of funny to me considering a lot of people say he's not even a top 32 quarterback. But that's either here nor there. You know, last year I think people forget Jalen Hurts was literally thrown into the fire. You know, we're 12, 13 games into the season. We're getting our butt kicked by the Green Bay Packers in cold weather, and second half they just throw him out there. So he had to showcase his talent. He had a weird offseason. He had to be the backup for most of the season, step in there every 2 games for some trick plays, and it was a mess last year. So let's see what Jalen Hurts does with a regular preseason game. He's in a new offense. He's got new players around him, so I feel like he's going to flourish. But tonight we'll get a sneak preview of what he's got going into the season. Another player that I'm definitely intrigued is Tyree Jackson. I feel like this guy, from everything that I've heard, I feel like he could be a true tight end gem. Every once in a while these tight end gems come around. This guy is fast. He has good hands. The only thing we don't know about is his pass blocking, his run blocking, his blocking in general, and on special teams. So let's see what he can do on that. But let's key in on him tonight because we already know what Zach and Dallas can do. So let's see what this new cat can do because he's a possible replacement for Zach if he gets traded. So let's see what he's got tonight. Another player I was really excited about when we drafted him was Zach McPherson. People have been saying he's really sticky on defense and he's been getting his hands on a lot of balls. If he can be disruptive, I would love to see him get some playing time this year, honestly, because I'm not really in love with Devontae Maddox even in the Zach could definitely get in there and step in and make some plays. So let's see what he does this preseason. He'll definitely get a lot of action being that he's a rookie and really, a backup. So let's see what he does this game tonight versus Steelers. There's a lot of good players on the Steelers offense, so it'll be a good test for him early. Another player I'm very, very intrigued to watch this year is rookie Milton Williams. For one, this guy's a bulldozer. As you can see from this clip playing, he's moving, I think that's Jack Driscoll or one of the offensive linemen. He's moving him back with one arm. This guy is a bulldozer. I'm very excited to see this guy actually put both paws on an offensive lineman and see him maybe possibly get a sack, man. This guy's, he can be very disruptive on that defensive line. So let's see what he's got and let's see if he can get a sack tonight. Let's stick with the defensive line and go to Josh Sweat. Man, like I said in previous videos, this guy has been killing it in camp. He's been a definite standout on our defensive line and our defense period. I feel like this year he's ready to make that jump. So look for him to make maybe a few plays tonight. I don't see him playing too many minutes. So let's just see how many snaps he does get overall tonight. Our prayers were finally answered this offseason. We finally have a cornerback to run with Darius Slay. In the secondary, I'm very intrigued to see him throw on the midnight green for the first time and run around the link. Hopefully he can make a play or two tonight, but he's another veteran who's probably going to get limited snaps tonight. So don't look for him to play too much, but obviously he's another player to watch, being that he's a new addition to the secondary. Another player that doesn't get a lot of pub, but he's a player that I'm definitely very excited to see from the middle back position is Eric Wilson. Supposedly in camp, he's been, he's done everything he's been asked to do. So let's see if he can make some plays tonight, but I expect him to play no longer than the first quarter for this first preseason game, maybe some action in the second quarter as well. But he's another player that should definitely have your eye when you're watching that defense tonight. Tonight is going to be a fun night to watch the running backs. Miles Sanders and Boston Scott probably won't play too much past the first quarter. But after that, we have a real competition at that RB3. We have Carry-On, the vet, good pass catcher, very good pass protector, especially on third downs. We have the rookie, Kenny Gainwell. He's a very quick playmaker who can, pass catch as well. So I could see him, making a lot of plays in the preseason. And then we also have Huntley. So those two guys, especially Huntley and Gainwell, I feel like they're going to be the ones who stand out more in preseason. But don't count out the vet. He has been kind of slower in preseason as far as him coming along. But let's see what he's got in the preseason. A lot of these guys practice a different way, and when the real lights and cameras and all the pads are on, they go a little harder. So let's see what the running backs have to say tonight. I think they'll definitely get a lot of touches, especially in the first preseason game. So those are all the players that I'm most intrigued about going into this preseason game. But I feel like the Eagles overall are going to perform well. It's going to be exciting to see our new coaching staff, their scheme, and how they call plays out there and how they just control their players on the sideline. I'm very intrigued to see that. My score prediction for tonight's game, I have the Eagles 22 and the Steelers 17. I feel like the Eagles are going to have a pretty good game on the ground. I feel like Jalen Hurts is going to at least march down the field and score one touchdown. And I feel like Jake Elliott will get a field goal or two. So, how do you feel about tonight's game? Who are you most excited about? I am Bry Wolf. Thank you for joining Eagles Real Talk. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, like, and share this video. Thank you for joining me. Fly, Eagles, fly, and keep it real always.